Well, good morning and happy Friday. We've got a frosty start to the day as temperatures have dropped into the low 30s for us this morning. But we are going to be warming up today and seeing a very dry and beautiful forecast. And this does actually extend into our weekend. But we actually have an air stagnation advisory that has been issued. I'm going to show you those details in just a second. But let's look outside this morning at our Corvallis sky cam. We are looking at, again, clear skies. Not much fog there in Corvallis this morning, but there is dense fog this morning to the south. Roseburg dealing with very dense fog conditions where visibility is less than half or is at half a mile. So keep the low beams on if you're going for that morning run in Roseburg. Maybe have a reflective vest or, again, a headlight on just so any morning commuters can point you out much more easily. But it's also pretty chilly. So if you are headed out this morning, put on the extra layers. We've got the low to mid 30s along the I-5 corridor. It's a bit warmer to the central coast where we have a few low 40s there between Florence and Newport. But you're going to see these temperatures warming up today. We're going to be getting right above the average of this time of year, which is, of course, the mid to upper 40s. But low 50s are expected. Mid 50s there along the central coast. So the average of this time of year, of course, here in Eugene is 47 degrees. So we'll be slightly above it, but we are starting right near that average low for this time of year. Now, when we get into today, we do have concerns when it comes to our air quality. We have an air stagnation report. This includes Corvallis, Eugene, Elkton, Roseburg, and Canyonville. And this is because we're setting into a very quiet and calm pattern. So the air is not going to be moving too much because of this pattern. So that advisory is issued actually all the way into Sunday. Now, as for conditions out the door, we are dry. We've just got some passing clouds and we're not adding to that snowfall. We have had plenty of snowfall for the Cascades, but we are not going to be adding to that today. And of course, we don't have the winter weather advisory anymore. So this is how today looks to play out. We're going to keep the clouds around and temperatures warm up, but it's a very quiet Friday. We haven't got to enjoy quiet conditions like this in quite some time. And this actually is true into Saturday. Now, you look at Saturday and you see that rain chance up to the north. That's not going to be making its way. We are staying clear from the rain. We're going to have temperatures, of course, getting into the low 50s tomorrow and just keep the clouds around. Now, we are not expecting any widespread rain here very soon. So we've got a dry weekend forecast, temperatures a little bit warmer, and you can thank this high pressure ridge that's building in. That's the reason that we are going to be really calming down. High pressure leads to a stable atmosphere, also leads to warmer conditions, and we're going to see that high pressure settle right on top of us into the middle of next week. So when you look at the full forecast, you're not going to see that rain chance. Now, we are expecting to see foggy conditions out the door tomorrow morning in the Willamette Valley, but upper 40s on tap for today. Same story for the Umpqua Basin, but a little bit warmer in the low 50s, but a mix of sun and clouds. And we look to the central coast, of course, a little bit warmer. We've got the low 50s today, but it's getting into those mid to upper 50s early next week. And for the Cascades, we are not seeing any more snowfall, even though we've had so much over the past few days, but highs today in the upper 30s. And then we're going to be getting into those low to mid 40s for the weekend.